Now the next exercise, exercise 5, is stress. And of course I don't mean the stress you're feeling by now doing these exercises, because I'm actually hoping that you're having fun. What I mean is the emphasis that you will give to particular syllables when you speak. Here is an example. The stresses are marked with an apostrophe. In my case, I've coloured the stressed syllable. I see mimosa trees covered in yellow flowers. I smell smoke from burning vegetation. Can you hear the stress that I give to particular syllables? I taste coffee and can't get to sleep. Everybody may use stress slightly differently, and we all have different ways of speaking, and as I said, you have a certain amount of artistic license. What you can't do, or what you shouldn't do, is to put stress in places that make the text difficult to understand, and we'll see more about that later. So I hear traffic and the clickety-clack of the train. I hold out my hand and I touch the bookcase full of your letters. I feel lonely and sad that you are not here. Now, in text there are two types of stress. The first is what's called word stress. This is applied within a word that has more than one syllable, what's called a polysyllabic word. If you're a native speaker of English, then by now you place the stress in the correct place automatically. For example, in the word mimosa, you probably automatically say mimosa, putting the stress on the mo. Non-English speakers will have more difficulty getting the stress in the correct place. In French, for example, approximately equal energy is given to each syllable. The French would say international very evenly, whereas the English will say international, putting the stress on the third syllable. The second kind of stress is called sentence stress. This is where certain parts of a sentence, either a single syllable, a word, or a specific syllable within a word, receives emphasis, while other parts of the sentence remain totally unstressed. Now, these are fancy terms, word stress, sentence stress, and so on. But the important thing to remember is that it's the words that are going to carry our message. And you do have some choice about which words receive emphasis. However, you should try, as I said, to use the correct stress in polysyllabic words, or your song may become totally incomprehensible. So, now that we have a fair amount of content for the song, and I hope that you're still with me, let's talk about rhythm.